This is Chris McGarrahan with our audio update for Friday, March the 6th. On this particular update, I want to talk about setting yourself up to hit your dreams, chief aim, your goals and aspirations, no matter what area of life they may apply to, whether it be business, making money, entrepreneurship, your dream house, your dream car, relationships, finding your soulmate, spirituality, or whatever it may be, whatever your dreams are, exactly the same principles apply. However, I'd like you to consider something that you may not have thought of before. And maybe you've created a dream board already. You know exactly what you want. Most people have never done that, and in fact that is the first step. But maybe you've already created that dream board. You know precisely what you want. Again, that's the first step, and great job if you've already achieved that clarity in what you want and what your dreams are. So that's the first step, is to know exactly what you want, to put it up on a dream board, to visualize it, use the power of auto-suggestion every day. Fantastic. But there's another part to achieving your dreams that most people do not consider or are even aware of. That is fueling your dream. And if you want to just take a note here, write a couple of notes as we're going through that, the audio update, perfect. So I want to talk about fueling your dream. Actually putting fuel in your dream tank. So what does that mean? Well, I'm going to use driving a car from California to New York as an example or an analogy. So again, driving a car from California to New York. Now that's about 3,000 miles approximately. And let's assume that, like a dream or a chief aim, that you know where you're starting from. In this particular case, it would be a house in California. And then let's also assume, like a dream and a chief aim, that you know where you want to get to. And in this case of driving the car, in this example, you would be driving to New York. So you're starting from California and you're driving to New York City. What would be the most likely thing that could stop you from getting from your house in Newport Beach in California to, let's say, 42nd Street in Manhattan in New York City? Again, the question is, what's the most likely thing that could or would stop you from getting to your destination? Well, assuming that the car was a decent car and would not break down along the way, the most likely thing that would stop you would be if you didn't put any fuel or any gas in the tank along the way. That would be the most likely thing, percentage-wise, that would stop you. We're assuming, again, the car's a decent car, but the most likely thing would be that you ran out of fuel along the way and didn't put any fuel in the tank. There is no car made that can go from California to New York City on one tank of gas. And unfortunately, that's how most people will try to attain their dream. They try and do it on one tank of gas. Well, the reality of it is that car has to be refueled multiple times along the way from California to New York City. And if you didn't put any fuel in the tank along the way, you simply would not get to the destination of New York City. Now, I just used an example here to make the point, but I believe that the example of the car it's exactly the same as people attaining their dreams. Without fuel, that dream will break down. It's not a maybe, it will break down somewhere along the way. Even if you started off perfectly in California, you put a new tank of gas in, you were fresh, everything was going perfect. Eventually, without putting more gas in that tank, you will break down in Arizona or Nevada or Utah, depending on which direction you take. You're going to break down without fueling the tank. The same as your dream. It will break down. It's not a maybe. So, if I've explained this correctly and you understand that your dream needs fuel, that's very, very important that you understand that and that you focus on it. That your dream, like anything else, needs fuel, and it needs it on a regular basis. But in addition, your dream also needs an oil change and a tune-up. If you keep driving that car and you put enough miles on it, without an oil change or without a tune-up, it's going to break down. The car will seize. The engine will seize. So on a regular basis, we need an oil change and a tune-up in addition to putting fuel in the tank. So let's talk about how to fuel your dream and also make sure that your dream vehicle gets an oil change and a tune-up along the way. Now, in the case of your dream, the vehicle is you. You are the vehicle. Your thoughts are the vehicle. Your body, your health, that's the vehicle that is going to get you to your destination being your dream. And this is actually part of manifesting, everybody, that you have to fuel your thinking in addition to having the thought. You actually have to fuel it. So, what is the fuel change, or what's the tune-up, or what's the fuel that we would use to attain your dream? And again, what's the tune-up and the oil change that we need if we're going to get to our destination? So let's break it down. The fuel is what we do on a daily and a weekly basis. Reading positive books, listening to audios in the Gin Library, watching the new webinars that are released every Saturday, go to local chapter meetings, Mastering the Success Mastery meetings, get together with your Gin brothers and sisters. Actually, maybe even start a local chapter meeting or Mastering the Success Mastery course meeting. Start building relationships. Recognizing people for their achievements, both inside and outside of Gin. Remember, recognition has two parts. You get both out of it. The giving of recognition and the receiving of recognition. There are actually two parts to it. Also, upgrading to the next level in Gin. In other words, participate in the Gin system. That will give you some fuel to keep going towards your dream, to keep going towards your destination. But also remember that your dream needs an oil change and a tune-up. Otherwise, the engine will break down, no matter how much fuel that you put in it. Well, the Global Information System also says that a large part of our system, a major part of our system, is that you go to major weekend events. And there's lots of different reasons for that you actually get out of your house, that you travel, that you go somewhere that is out of your normal area, your normal vicinity. And then, coincidentally, major events also happen about as often as your car needs a tune-up. Depending how hard you drive it and how many miles you put on it, the average that a car needs a tune-up is about every 3 to 4 months. Again, depending how hard you drive it. But if you just made an analogy, or you just made an average of how often a car needs a tune-up for most people who drive, it would be every 3 to 4 months. Exactly the same as how often you need to attend a major weekend event. So with that, I'm going to encourage you to be at Dream Weekend in Las Vegas. It's at Planet Hollywood on June the 5th, 6th, and the 7th. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And remember, the title of this specific event is Dream Weekend. And the purpose of this event is to help you achieve your dreams. To help you put a new tank of premium gas in your tank. In your dream tank. to give you an oil change and a tune-up so you can achieve your dreams. Now, in addition to the information that you're going to receive, the fun that you're going to have, energetically, you're also going to have some leverage in that car. Whenever you get together with a group of gin people, it helps fuel your tank. It's an intangible, but a powerful one. It's called energy, and you can actually use the energy from all the other gin members at Dream Weekend to fuel your tank. So you're going to get great information. We're going to have a lot of fun. But in addition to that, the energy that the other gin members give to you, the speakers, everything that happens, the dynamics that happen at the event, also fuels your tank, gives you that oil change and that tune-up. So registration for Dream Weekend is now open on the gin website. And as a reminder, this is a ticket-only event. And the cost of that ticket, if you participate in the early bird special, which is going on right now, is only $347. And you can stay at Planet Hollywood, you can stay next door, you can stay wherever you want in Las Vegas. And the design of that ticket-only event is to make it as inexpensive as possible so more people can attend. So, with that, I hope that you attend Dream Weekend for you and your dreams. So you can fuel your tank, get that tune-up, get an oil change, and you can just get there more direct. So with that, we look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas. And remember, never let anyone steal your dreams. Look forward to seeing you soon.